What's going on, everybody? This is Brian from SneakerFiles.com, recapping the news, and finally I have returned. My apologies, I got sick, but I'm back and we got a lot of news to go over. And before I give you some of the highlights, like always, greatly appreciate a thumbs up. And if you're new here, subscribe by hitting the button below. Now, as for some of these highlights, I have updates on the Columbia, aka Legend Blue, Air Jordan 11. Some of you might be happy, some of you might not care. I think a handful are going to be upset, but it is what it is. That will be later on in the video. As well, I have a handful of updates on Holiday 2024 releases, and as well as a new one, which includes the Air Jordan 1 Low OG Howard University. Now, we have a lot more from Jordan Brand as well, and a solid lineup from Nike. And now, without wasting too much more of your time, let's jump into the news. Most of you already know that the Nike Dunk Low Brazil is returning in 2024. This shoe originally launched in 2001, and then Nike brought them back in 2020. However, if you missed out on the 2020 drop, they will return on February 2nd, and the retail price will be $115. One of the places you'll be able to purchase from is the Sneakers app. A lot of people had the Nike Air Foamposite 1 Eggplant returning in January. I talked about this shoe in my January Air Jordan and Nike release dates video, but I mentioned that I saw a release date for February 14th, and it is confirmed that the shoes will return on February 14th for a retail price of $240. Just wanted to give you a heads up that it has been confirmed, so if you want to grab them, February 14th, which is Valentine's Day, is the release date. Might be a good shoe to ask from your significant other to pick up for you. I believe I talked about the Nike Air Force 1 Low Linen returning in one of my previous videos, and just the other day, official images popped up, so a release is just around the corner. Now, this pair was part of Nike's Co.jp series, which originally released in 2001. Now, in 2016, there was a limited drop at Kess Miami store for Art Basel, but that was a super limited drop, so a lot of people weren't able to get their hands on them. However, as you know, they are coming back for summer 2024. So the official colorway is Linen, Atmosphere, and True White. And from these official images, everything looks good. It looks spot on to the OG pair. I don't own the OG pair, unfortunately, nor do I own the retro, but I do plan on grabbing this one. And unfortunately, we don't have a specific release date. All we know is summer 2024, and the retail price is $135. With the help of Union, the Nike Field General will return in summer 2024. So for those that don't know, the Nike Field General was originally released back in 1982 and was designed for football players. It's been over 40 years since the initial debut, and for the first time, the shoes will return to retailers. Union will drop 2 colorways. We have a first look at one of those colorways, which comes dressed in shimmer and silt red. Now, the other colorway is unknown at the time of recording. However, that information should be coming soon. And the shoes come constructed with suede, mesh, and leather, highlighted with shimmer across the base, eye stays, and overlays around the heels. We have a shade of brown, which lands on the weave pattern panels and toe box, with pink accents and 3M reflective on the sides and heel pull loops. The sides also have a small yellow label, which reads UN/LA. And Union appears on the medial side of the midsole. Other details includes a brown midsole with Nike branding on the lateral side. At the time of recording, this pair is scheduled to release sometime in summer 2024. The retail price will be $120, and I hope that they bring some OG colorways back of the Nike Field General. I think this is a dope shoe. I'm not too big of a fan of this colorway. It's decent though. Let me know your thoughts down below. A couple months back, I leaked that the Nike KD4 Weatherman would be returning in 2024, and we received a first look at the shoes recently. However, I think this is the first time I'm talking about it in one of the news videos as far as the first look goes. I know I talked about them returning in a video, but here we have a first look, and to me, I don't own the Weatherman KD4. I own a lot of KD4s, just not the Weatherman or the Nerf, which are both really sought after pairs. Both are returning. But yeah, this pair does look good comparing to the original release. Now, this pair originally dropped back in 2011. I believe that the KD4 really helped push the line for several years. That started the big popularity. I do know there are people who like the KD1, 2, and 3, but I believe the 4 was what pushed the shoe, and the 5 was popular, the 6 and the 7. And then after that, it seemed like it slightly dipped off as far as people wearing them off court. I can't really speak about people wearing them on court. It seems that people do enjoy them, but the 2024 pair will feature a lush green, Vault black, and team orange colorway. And the whole reason for the Weatherman KD4 releasing was when KD was a kid, he wanted to become a Weatherman, but he grew up and he became an all-star NBA player. I think this pair and the Nerf I plan on picking up. The Galaxy pair I'm probably going to pass on. I have the OG release, so there's no reason for me to pick those up. But this pair is going to release sometime in summer 2024, and the retail price will be $130. Let me know if you plan on picking these up and your thoughts overall. Futura will have another Nike SB collaboration in 2024, and it's going to be on the Nike SB Dunk Low. Now, some images popped up a couple months back, although it wasn't confirmed if this shoe was going to release. It looks like they're going to drop, and that's definitely a good thing because I definitely need to pick these up. I like them a lot. For those that don't know, Futura is a graffiti artist who started in the early 1970s in New York City. He's done various collaborations throughout the sneaker community. But in 2003, he connected with Nike Skateboarding to release an SB Dunk Low. So 21 years later, he'll have a new pair. And his latest pair, which is shown, definitely has a lot more pop. It's more vibrant than the first release. Although the first release is clean, getting your hands on a pair of those won't be cheap at all. But the shoes come dressed in bleached aqua, geoteal, and white. We have Futura's signature on the lateral heel, and then a special tongue label with his signature as well. A purple hue is used on the liner, then we have black on the tongues, and white across the midsole. Now there's a special design on the overlays, and now I don't know for sure, but I'm pretty sure that this is inspired by Futura. He designed it. I'm sure we'll have more information down the line. And then on the swoosh, we have geoteal, and then completing the look is a blue icy translucent outsole. This is another pair dropping summer 2024. A lot of great releases in 2024. Unfortunately, we don't have a specific release date for this one, but the retail price will be $135. Moving on to Jordan Brand, and we have details on the upcoming Air Jordan 5 El Grito. Now, the image shown is a mock-up. We don't know how it's actually going to look, but we do have details about the shoes. So they are expected to release September 2024 and will not only celebrate Mexican culture, but Mexican Independence Day. So this pair will feature a diffused taupe, dark pony, cell, and apple green color combination. Now, like I mentioned, the image is just a Photoshop. We don't know how it's actually going to look. But in my opinion, due to the color combination, they do have potential. Again, I really would like to see how they look, and there's a possibility I could get a first look within maybe a month. I'm not too sure. I'm trying right now. Now, just to give you a little back history of El Grito. Now, I apologize if I mispronounce anything, but it is a patriotic Mexican ceremony celebrated yearly, and it is a battle cry of the Mexican War of Independence from Spain, first performed by Miguel Hidalgo Castilla. Again, I do apologize if I mispronounced anything. But that took place back on September 16th, 1810. So it's pretty cool that Jordan Brand is kind of digging into the history here. And Mexican Independence Day takes place on September 16th. This pair is scheduled to release sometime in September, so probably a little bit before September 16th, and unfortunately, no retail price at the time of recording. Throughout the Jordan Brand segment, I'm going to have updates on a lot of the holiday 2024 Air Jordans that I leaked a couple weeks back. Now, some of these updates are going to be bigger than others. Some I'm just letting you know about the official colorway and that we have a style code, which for some people, they need that in order to have confirmation. Although in the past, when I say, a shoe's coming out, 99% of the time it does. If it doesn't, that's just due to Jordan Brand deciding, hey, we're not going to release this. And that's happened. There's a few shoes that were scheduled to release off the top of my head that Jordan Brand just decided not to, and even Nike. But the first shoe that we do have locked in for those that need a style code and a colorway is the Air Jordan 14 Black Toe. So for this pair, the official colorway is white, varsity red, black, and metallic silver. Unfortunately, I don't have a retail price. If anybody really needs to see the style code, because in the video I'm not going to read them out, you can go to SneakerFiles.com. I have them all listed there. And with a holiday release, that typically means that the drop will take place between October and December. Another shoe that Z Sneakerhead Z and I leaked a couple weeks back was the Air Jordan 9 Olive. Surprisingly, it seemed that a lot of people were excited about the shoe returning. I thought people weren't going to care. They were going to pretty much, oh no, we don't need that type of talk, But at the end of the day, I know on one of the shoes, I said something along the lines of, do we really need this shoe? And a lot of people didn't like when I said that. And it's just because in actuality, do we need any shoes? It's just getting, deep, but I totally get it, right? Everyone has their own opinions. This is an OG colorway, so I shouldn't be too surprised, but I kind of was. Now, the official colorway is black, true red, and light olive. This will be for the 2024 pair. Holiday 2024, which means a release could take place between October and December, and currently no retail price. This is another pair that I was super excited about how many people were happy about this pair returning. It's the Air Jordan 3 Black Cat. Now, I like the shoe. I think it's dope. It's simple. And I know a lot of people were happy about the Air Jordan 4 Black Cat when they dropped, but the Air Jordan 4 is a model people like more than the 3. It seems that it's a more popular model, although again, there's a strong following for the Air Jordan 3. So when I posted that these were returning, a ton of you guys were super excited. So again, that surprised me. And the official colorway for the 2024 release is Off Noir Black and Black, dropping holiday 2024. No specific release date, but that means that they're going to drop between October and December. And at the time of recording, no retail price. I'm going to go ahead and guess these are probably going to cost $210, but that's not confirmed. I knew people were going to be happy when I heard that the Air Jordan 4 Fear would be returning holiday 2024. I know last year when I found out about the Air Jordan 3 Fear dropping, I instantly thought that they should have dropped the Air Jordan 4 Fear because the 4 is a more popular model, but they are going to return. And I noticed a bit of a trend here. I don't know if I talked about this in my previous video, but in 2023, we got the 3, 2024, we got the 4, 2025, maybe we're getting the 5. Of course, that information won't come till a lot later. But again, the reason I'm talking about them is I do have the colorway and the style code for those that need that in order for them to know it's confirmed. And the official colorway is black, white, anthracite, black, and pure platinum. If you want to check out the style code, it is on Sneaker Files. I'm sure most of you don't care about that. But dropping holiday 2024, which means either between October and December, and no retail price. This pair is going to probably cost at minimum $210. Again, I wouldn't be surprised if they bumped it up to $225. Hopefully not. Let's hope it stays at $210. Even better if it was at $200. We now have a first look at the Air Jordan 5 Cell. This is an SE, which stands for Special Edition, and they're going to drop summer 2024. So with this pair, we do have a release date and a retail price. I'll talk about more on that in a moment. And the official colorway is Cell, Black, Light Orwood Brown, and Coconut Milk. So going over the shoes, they feature Cell across the base with coconut milk accents and translucent netting on the tongue, panels, and outsole. Keeping things very simple, black hits the tongue branding, liner, shark teeth on the midsole, and toe cap. So overall, a very simple look. It almost looks like we got a thin tongue, kind of like the Maniere Air Jordan 5. I like that look. I like the thinner tongue. Kind of looks like we have raw edges as well. But again, we only have the one photo, so we don't have much to go off of. Again, it's a solid side view of the shoe, but any other details, we just don't have it yet. Anyways, let me know your thoughts on this pair down below, and they are set to release on April 13th. They will drop in men's and grade school sizing, so we have men's priced at $210, and the grade school sizes will cost $160. We have a release date for the Air Jordan 12 Black and Wolf Gray. Some are calling them simply Wolf Gray, but before I get into the release details, the photo you're looking at is just a mock-up. I'm not sure how they're actually going to look, although I kind of expect to get something like this. But again, it's not confirmed, and the shoes are part of Jordan Brand's Fall 2024 collection. Also, this could be part of the Barron's collection. As you know, they have the Air Jordan 1 Low dropping, which features a somewhat similar colorway. And the official colorway for this shoe is black, wolf gray, and white. So for those that want to purchase, they drop on September 7th. They will be available in full family sizing. So we have men's priced at $200, grade school at $160, preschool at $100, and toddler sizes will cost $85. Let me know your thoughts on this pair. It seems that a lot of people like them. Based off of the mock-up I have, if they do drop like this, would you buy? Although not the best look, we do have a first look at the Maniere Air Jordan 4 Phantom. Now this pair is part of Jordan Brand's Fall 2024 collection, and the shoes will drop in women's sizing. However, they will be available in extended women's sizing, so at least we have that going. But at Paris Fashion Week, James Whitner was spotted wearing the new Maniere Air Jordan 4, which of course makes sense. He is the founder of Maniere. And a lot of people were stating that his collaborations, because he has quite a few dropping in 2024, won't be coming out because of some legal problems he has. I honestly don't believe that's going to be the case, because what I read into it, it's not a criminal case. It's a lawsuit of some sort. And I don't even know if he's fully being blamed for it. But if something does happen and the releases do get canceled, and I hear from my sources, I definitely will make sure to let you guys know. But for now, these are on the table to release, as well as his other collaborations. And the official colorway is Phantom, Metallic Pewter, Violet Ore, Light Iron Ore, Muslin, and Burgundy Crush. So from the overall look, this reminds me of his previous collaboration of the Air Jordan 4. It's lighter, of course, and it doesn't have the little button on the side. But as you can see, we have Phantom across the upper. It almost looks pink in this photo. And then I believe that will be Burgundy Crush on part of the midsole. And then for an aged look, we have Cell on the lower part of the midsole. Now, the heel tabs will actually be translucent, and they'll feature Nike Air and Maniere branding. Each pair is expected to come with special packaging, co-branding, and extra laces. Also, there is an Maniere Air Jordan 3 collab that's coming out, and I did receive word that the Maniere Air Max 95 is going to drop. Now, I'm going to wait to make a bigger announcement in another video and talk more. I'm just waiting on the colorway and specific details, but the image did leak of that shoe, and it's going around. So in the next video, I should have those details so I can provide you with more info. Now, as for this pair, they're going to drop fall 2024. We don't have a specific release date. And the retail price is going to be $250. Again, they're dropping in women's sizing, but in extended women's sizing. So let me know your thoughts on this shoe down below. I know we don't have the best photos, but from what you see so far. I'm still working on leaking holiday 2024 info. I took a break for a couple weeks. Unfortunately, I got sick and I dropped a bunch of videos, and I was super proud of that, and then the cold got me or whatever it was, so I took a break. But since I returned, I'm going to start leaking this info. One of the shoes that are going to release, this was a bit surprising to me, is the Air Jordan 1 Low OG Howard University. So to my knowledge, this will be the first HBCU Air Jordan collaboration that will release to the public. Now, I know Nike's done it in the past, but to my knowledge, this is the first time that Jordan Brand will release an HBCU collab. Now, if I'm wrong, let me know down in the comment section below. I know they've created plenty of PEs in the past, but in my opinion, this is really dope. Now, the shoes will actually look like the 2023 PE that was created for Howard University, specifically the women's basketball team. Now, images have gone around of that shoe back in 2023, and it was rumored that 250 pairs were made for the team and staff, and I believe friends and family. Now, there might be a few small changes here and there, but from my sources, I was told that we're going to get this shoe, and although not the official colorway, the colors of Howard University are red, indigo blue, and white, so that is represented here. Now, to go over the pair, they'll feature white leather on the base and red suede on the overlays. Blue hits the tongue labels, swoosh with a stingray-like texture, and the mini swoosh. For a premium fill, we have satin quilted liners. The Wings logo on the heel and Nike Air on the tongue will be done in white. Other details includes the Howard Bison logo on the insoles, a Cell midsole, and a gum rubber outsole. Now, unfortunately, I don't have a specific release date. All I know is that they're going to drop holiday 2024. Again, there might be a few small changes, and although these were gifted to the women's basketball team, I was told that more than likely these are going to be for men, but I don't have 100% confirmation on that, so I should be getting that info maybe in a week or less. We got a small update on the Air Jordan 1 High OG Black Toe Reimagined, but before I get to that, I'm going to let you guys know that the photos used are the original release. This is not what the Black Toe Reimagined is going to look like. Unfortunately, I don't have confirmation on that. So what I do know is that I was told that they won't feature an aged look, and they're not going to feature new materials, so don't expect suede and stuff like that. Now, I did hear a rumor that instead of the Wings logo, it's going to read Air Jordan, and that's just like the sample that was originally created back in the day. Now, people are talking about different tongue colors and things like that, but that hasn't been confirmed, nor has it lacking a Wings logo been confirmed, but I did hear that's a possibility. Now, again, the reason I'm talking about this is that I have the official colorway in the style code. Not going to read the style code, but the official colorway is black, varsity red, and white. And this pair is expected to debut holiday 2024, and the retail price will be $180. Now, I don't have confirmation, but more than likely they will drop in full family sizing, but I should have that information soon. Last up for today, I got to talk about the Air Jordan 11 Columbia, but it looks like I'm going to have to start calling them the Legend Blue because I do have the official colorway, and I know a lot of people are going to be upset about this, but it's white, Legend Blue, and black. Now, initially, I thought more than likely the shade of blue used is going to be Legend Blue because I've heard a few different stories. One, that Jordan Brand doesn't own the copyright for Columbia Blue, which I thought was a little bit weird. And somebody actually left a comment on my last video saying that they bought some sort of apparel from Nike, I believe. It was a UNC shirt or something like that, and the shade used was Columbia Blue. So I thought that was a little bit weird because I don't think if Nike owns the copyright, they're going to hold that over Jordan Brand because it's under the same umbrella. But I heard also that the shade of Columbia, calling it Columbia Blue, was inappropriate. Now, I don't know the reasons really behind that. It's kind of gone over my head. But what I do know is that although the Legend Blue shade is slightly different than Columbia Blue, Jordan Brand's attempt is to recreate the Columbia Air Jordan 11. So I know a lot of people, well, one person got really upset when I called them Columbia Legend Blue. They're like, oh, these are two different shoes. You're a little kid. It was kind of funny to me because, like, I'm a grown adult for one. I'm about to be 40, which is crazy. And for two, it's not that big of a deal, right? But anyways, like I mentioned, the attempt is to try to recreate the Columbia Air Jordan 11. That shoe was also nicknamed All-Star because Jordan wore them during the All-Star game. So maybe we could find a middle ground and start calling them All-Star. I don't know. Maybe that's a good idea. Now, overall, there is some differences between the OG and the last Legend Blue release. One of those was the Jumpman, obviously not facing the right way. The 2014 was not really close. I mean, it was close, but not that close to the OG. There was a lot of differences. Now, from my knowledge and what I was told is that they're going to try to make this as close to the OG as possible. So you can expect a higher cut patent leather and things like that. Now, as for the release details, we do have a release date, which is December 14th, 2024. That's a long time away, almost a year, actually almost 11 months. And the retail price will be $230. Also, this pair is expected to drop in full family sizing. I don't have the retail price breakdown just yet, but I will have that soon. And for now, let me know your thoughts on the pair returning. Are you upset that it's actually going to be Legend Blue instead of Columbia? For me, at the end of the day, if they look close to the OG, I'm okay with it. I know a lot of people aren't fans of the colorway just because the OG pair yellowed like crazy. I mean, you could go on eBay right now and search for Air Jordan 11 Columbia OG, and you could just see the amount of yellowing, and that part does suck. I don't own the 2014. I passed on that shoe. I didn't like the look. I didn't like how they executed it. Materials didn't look great to me. Again, that's just my opinion. If you like them, that's totally fine. But yeah, let me know your thoughts down in the comment section below. I should have some more updates soon on this pair, so be on the lookout for that. And that's going to do it for this video. Like always, greatly appreciate you guys for watching. If you have a second and haven't done so already, also appreciate a thumbs up. And if you're new here, subscribe by hitting the button below. Also, if you haven't yet, turn on the notification bell so you can be alerted every time I drop a new video. Now, as far as videos going forward for the week, I plan on dropping one more news video and a couple shorts. As well, you can expect updates on SneakerFiles.com, but let me know what you liked or disliked down in the comment section below. As well, if you have any questions, leave that down below. Again, thanks for watching. Stay tuned to SneakerFiles.com, and if you haven't yet, make sure to subscribe.